In this year of so many different uncertainties and so forth, we are trying to keep up many of the traditions and share the customs of the past with you. And so it is that we are not able to have an in-person open house. And so this year we decided to have a virtual tour of the rectory at St. Peter and Paul, Huntington in this virtual way. Welcome. Our parish rectory is beautiful year-round, of course, but most particularly at Christmas, it's very beautifully decorated. This year's theme is a musical theme. All these instruments that you see here are owned by the Dinius family, Roger and Tracey. We're very grateful to Tracey and Roger for helping decorate our rectory this year as they have in the past. In years past, we've also had parishioners helping us, volunteering their time to make this rectory so beautiful. But because of the COVID situation, Tracey and Roger, did all these decorations themselves, and it's just absolutely magnificent, and we're so happy that we can share it with you. This is one of the most favorite rooms of myself and many others, the parlor here at the rectory. I use it from time to time to meet with individuals, and each room has its own unique characteristics and so forth. And this room has these beautiful stained glass windows. My father worked for City Glass for many years, and these were some pieces of glass that he had, and with the help of Beth Stoffel, parishioner at St. Peter and Paul, she and I designed and she made these beautiful windows as a beautiful keepsake. Many of the wall hangings and ornaments also belong to my family or have been handed down for generations. This chalk drawing that you see here belonged to my mother's mother, and it's a great piece for our family to treasure, and now for you to also enjoy through this virtual tour of the rectory at Christmas. Decorating for Christmas is always fun for many families, and it's a beautiful tradition for our family as well. In fact, you see the picture from the Fort Wayne newspaper of my father. One of the editors was driving by and took a picture of my father just a few years before he had passed. And so it's another treasure that we enjoy, as well as that, the picture that you see, it's a postcard, an original postcard of the Wolf and Dessauer building in downtown Fort Wayne back in the 50s. Another beautiful scene at everyone's home is always the manger scene or the creche scene. This one is actually originally from St. Mary's Catholic Church in downtown Fort Wayne. After the tragic fire in September of 1993, an aunt of mine went to the auction that they had, and she purchased this nativity scene, and she recently gifted it to myself, and now we gift it to you to enjoy now. There is one thing that one should always remember when purchasing a tree. If you have a 12-foot ceiling, you should not buy a 12-foot tree because there's no place for the angel. So that was one mistake that I made, and I'll take the credit for making that mistake. And as many individuals do, we hold the baby Jesus in a safe place until Christmas Eve. And so before I celebrate the Christmas Eve Mass at 4 p.m. this year, I'll come over to the living room and I'll place baby Jesus in this cradle, and then over at church do the same thing. When the rectory was renovated back in September of 2017 through September of 2018, we were told that the living room and the dining room should be the focal points of attention and detail. And so it is with this dining room now that you see all the ornamentation, the beautiful wall sconces and so forth. The furniture, much of it is original to the rectory, and the dining room suite, seats 10 people, and the china cabinet is now filled with belongings of my family, my mother and father's china pattern, as well as the clock above the china cabinet was my father's parents' wedding gift, and the two decanters on each side are also all old things that belong to our family, and the doilies that hang on the wall as well were done by my great-grandmother. So much attention to detail, as well as things that are on the walls to help us all feel at home and appreciate the joy and the happiness at Christmas, no matter where we are. Though we might be separated from each other, we do hold on to traditions and try to make some sense of normalcy in this chaotic year that we have, and maybe have a little toast to Old Lang Syne or to the years that we pray are many and blessed. We have cut down a little bit, believe it or not. We used to have 8 trees decorated beautifully here at the rectory, but this year we cut down a little bit and there's just 5. So we've tried to place each of the trees so they can be appreciated not only while in the house, if someone were happened to be able to visit, but also to those who drive by or take a stroll on Christmas Eve, to be able to see the beautiful trees from inside as well as outside through the window. Likewise, this tree here can be seen from Cherry Street, as well as the window that faces the front entrance of our church. This tree fills up the corner of this bedroom, sitting room quite beautifully. Nice, full, beautiful tree with the white lights and the ribbon, as well as white and red poinsettias for all to enjoy, with a beautiful angel on top. At Christmas time, it's always special to see the wildlife and so forth, and I always appreciate seeing the red cardinal at Christmas. Many individuals have different interpretations of the red cardinal. You might know the one that Monsignor Campion shared in a homily about how the cardinal got its color. For myself, seeing a cardinal at Christmas, it always reminds me of my grandmother. Here are some of the ones that she collected over the years and have been handed on to myself, and I hope that you have appreciated this time of being able to share the beauty of the rectory and hear some of the stories of what Christmas means to me.
We hope that you enjoyed your tour, and we hope that we can all be together again in person next year.